morning, everyone. Welcome to Yoga Bootcamp. We are going to start in child's pose, but if you do have some weights, have them handy. Yoga blocks, if you like to use them, have them handy also. We're going to come into a child's pose. Let your big toes touch, let your knees be wide, and just slide your arms forward and let your forehead come to the mat. If it doesn't come to the mat, that's okay. Draw your hips back. If you feel like moving a little bit first, just rock side to side, side to side. Take a deep, full breath in, widen your back body. Full exhale, releasing, letting go. Take a moment just to go inward for a second and notice your breath. Notice how you're feeling today. Feel the expansion of your rib cage as you inhale. Maybe holding and retaining for a moment and then exhaling every bit of it out. And then gently start to tense your fingers and let your arms come off the mat. Reaching your fingers a little bit longer, draw your sits bones back. And then walk your hands over to the right side of the mat, reaching a little longer with the left arm, draw your left sits bones towards the left heel. Crescent shape on the left side of the body. Walk your way over to the left side of the mat, reaching a little longer with the right arm, draw the right sits bone back. Crescent shape on the right side of the body. And then make your way back in towards center. And if your knees were wide, bring your knees in a little bit more closer, about hip distance. And as you inhale, we're going to roll forward and lower the belly to cow. As you exhale, rounding and come back to child's pose through cat pose. As you inhale, come forward, drop the belly, gazes up. As you exhale, rounding and drawing back into child's pose, keep reaching the arms. One more inhale, come forward, drop your belly, gazes up. As you exhale, tuck the chin around, coming back into child's pose. Take a breath here in child's. Exhale it out. Now roll forward onto all fours, making sure wrists are under the shoulders, knees are under the hips. Take your right arm, peel it up to the sky, look up to the right thumb, stick out your right hip, open your chest. Take a big breath in. As you exhale, releasing the right hand to the mat. Inhale, left arm up, peel up, look up, open the chest. As you exhale, left hand back down onto the mat, taking your right leg back behind you. Just rock forward and back, forward and back. Wake up the back of your leg. Pivot and plant your right foot, left foot swivels to the side, right arm up, maybe over the ear for your modified side plank. And then as you inhale, start to unwind, come back to center. Stepping your left leg back, rock forward and back, forward and back. Gently waking up the back of the leg. And then taking it into your modified side plank, pivot and plant your left foot, right foot swivels, left arm up, maybe over the ear, crescent shape on the left side of the body. Look under the left armpit, spin your heart to the sky. And then as you inhale, we'll start to unwind. Take a step back into a plank pose, nice and strong, wrists under the shoulders. Legs are turned on, feeling a little bit more like your cat pose here. Neck is long, chin slightly tucked in. Take a breath. As you exhale, lower down your knees, bring your chest and chin to the mat, slide forward and through onto your belly. Lifting your right leg, walk it long, lift the left leg. Walking the hands down the lower rib cage, grip the mat with your fingers, pulling your heart through. Soften the shoulders away from the ears as you inhale to lift the chest. As you exhale, folding back in, taking it into a child's pose. Maybe in your child's pose, curl your toes under, draw the hips back. And then take a downward facing dog. And once you come into your dog, start to pedal out your feet. Rock your head from side to side or shake the head yes and no. Coming high on the balls of the feet when you're ready, bending the knees, chest towards the thighs. Tip your tailbone up to the sky, straighten your legs, lower the heels any amount. Lift your armpits up slightly, grip the mat with your hands, and hug your triceps in and underneath you. Take a deep, full breath here. and a full exhale. With your next inhale, roll forward and find your plank pose. Now maybe you take your feet a little bit wider, maybe your hands come just a teeny bit closer. Lifting your left hand off of the mat, shifting the weight just a little bit towards the right side of the body. And then lower the left hand to the mat. Can you shift the weight a little to the right and lift the right hand off the mat? Lowering the right hand to the mat, shifting again one more time, left hand lifts. If you can swivel your heels, come into your side plank, left arm to the sky. Breath in and out. As you inhale, unwind, come back into center. Right hand lifts off of the mat and release. Left hand off the mat and release. Right hand lifts off the mat. Swivel your heels, reach the right arm up, maybe over the ear for your side plank. Unwind towards the front of the mat and lower your way all the way down to your stomach. Untuck the toes, come into cobra, lift the chest, shoulders away from the ears. Forehead comes to the ground, and as you exhale, back into downward facing dog. Take a deep breath here, inhale, and exhale. With your next inhale, come high on the balls of the feet. Bend the knees, look forward, and as you exhale, start to walk your way towards the front of the mat. When you get there, hands to the shins, lift and lengthen, nice and long spine. As you exhale, fold in. Ground down on the feet, bend the knees, hands to the hips, and with a flat back, come to rise, reach the arms overhead. Right hand pulls up on the left wrist, side bend to the right. Come back to center. Left hand pulls up on your right wrist, side bend left. Come back in the center, release the arms down the sides of your body. Coming into sun salutation A, inhale, reach the arms up. As you exhale, dive to the mat. When you arrive, lift and lengthen, hands to the shins, breath in. As you exhale, bend the knees, plant the palms, step to plank. Your vinyasa here, your way, maybe chaturanga. Cobra or upward dog, inhale, lift. As you exhale, downward facing dog. With a breath in, come high on the balls of the feet. Bend the knees, look forward. As you exhale, walk or float your feet to the front of the mat. When you arrive, find your length, inhale. As you exhale, fold. Root down on the feet, sweep your arms out and up this time, reach up, look up. As you exhale, hands to the heart, mountain pose. Take a breath and let it go. Surya Namaskar B, inhale, reach your arms. As you exhale, let's drop the hips into chair. So sun salutation B, inhale, lift. Exhale, sinking the hips a little deeper. Find your chair pose, squeeze the legs in. Inhale. As you exhale, dive to the mat. With a breath, find your length. Inhale, lift up, look up. As you exhale, bend the knees, plant your palms, step or float back. Take your vinyasa your way. Downward dog when you're ready. Pause here for a breath. Inhaling and exhaling. Right leg comes high on your in-breath. Right foot through to the right thumb. Warrior one, pivot and plant your left foot. Root down, rise up, lift the chest. Reach the arms when you're ready. Bending your right knee deeply, right hip draws back, left hip forward. Press strongly into the left outer foot. Breath in. And as you exhale, lower the hands down to the mat and move right through your vinyasa. Meeting in downward facing dog. As you inhale, you'll take the left leg to the sky. As you exhale, left foot through to the left thumb. Pivot and plant your right foot, preparing for warrior one. Root down, rise up, lift the chest. Reaching your arms, but sinking the hips. Bend your left knee, draw the left hip back. Right hip forward, strong right leg, pressing through the outer right foot. Reaching up with the arms, inhale. As you exhale, hands to the mat, moving right through your vinyasa, letting that exhale take you through. And downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, we'll come high on the balls of the feet, bend the knees, take a breath in. As you exhale, walk or float the feet to the front of the mat. And when you arrive, find your length, and then exhale and fold. Root down to rise up, sweep the arms, lift up and reach. As you exhale, come right into chair pose, sinking the hips deeply, tailbone tips down, weight is in the heels. Take a breath. Exhale it out. Hands come to prayer overhead. Stand tall, maybe a gentle back bend, and mountain pose. Moving through Surya Namaskar. See now, inhale, reach your arms. Exhale, dive to the mat. Take your breath, inhale, lift. As you exhale, bend the knees, and we'll step back with your left foot. Finding your lunge, right ankle, knee in line, fingertips to the floor or to blocks. From here, we're going to take a twist. Left hand down, right arm peels up, hug the right hip in. Left thigh lifts. As you inhale, unwind, take it to downward facing dog. As you inhale, roll into plank pose. Pause here for a moment and come down onto your forearms. Holding here in your forearms for a moment, take a breath. As you exhale, walk the feet in for dolphin, lift your hips high. Looking towards the thumbs, take a breath. As you exhale, walk the feet back to low plank. Lower the hips to the mat. Untucking the toes, pull your heart through, finding your Sphinx pose. Inhale. As you exhale, lowering the chest to the mat, pressing back into downward facing dog. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. Right leg comes high as you inhale. And take the right foot through to the right thumb. Pausing here, finding your lunge. Take a breath. As you exhale, step the left foot to the right, folding in. Rooting down, rising up, reach the arms, inhale, lift. And exhale, mountain pose. Take a breath. We'll do the other side. Inhale, arms reach. Exhale, dive. Inhale, finding your length. As you exhale, bend the knees, step back with your right foot. Pausing, fingertips to the floor or to blocks. Your right hand stays, left arm peels up to the sky, find your twist. Left hip hugs in, right thigh lifts. As you inhale, start to unwind. As you exhale, step back, downward facing dog. As you inhale, roll forward to plank pose. And then lower down onto your forearms, maybe bending the other arm first to get down there. Find your low plank. Elbows under the shoulders. Press forward with the fingers, draw back on the heels. Start to lift the hips as you tippy toe the way forward into dolphin. Looking to the thumbs. Pausing, finding your dolphin pose. And then walk your way back to low plank. Dropping the hips to the mat. Untuck your toes. Pull your heart through for a Sphinx pose. Shoulders away from the ears. Pressing into the tops of the feet to lift the kneecaps. As you exhale, releasing the chest to the mat, hands to the mat. Coming back into a downward facing dog. Take a breath here. Inhale. And exhale. As you inhale, left leg high, breath in. And as you exhale, left foot through to the left thumb. Find your lunge for a moment, take your breath. And as you exhale, let your feet meet at the front of the mat and fold. Rooting down to rise up, reach your arms, inhale, lift. As you exhale, mountain pose. Take a breath here, inhale. Take a full exhale. As you inhale, reach the arms. As you exhale, dive to the mat. With your breath, hands to the shins, lengthen. As you exhale, bending the knees, stepping, floating back, come into your vinyasa, making your way to downward facing dog. Once you come to downward dog, take a breath, sigh it out. Right leg will come high as you inhale. Right foot through to the right thumb. Find your feet first. We're coming into crescent lunge. Feet are hip distance apart. Root down on the feet. Rise up and reach the arms. Inhale, lift. As you exhale, start to lower the left knee to the mat. Maybe the toes stay tucked under, or you can untuck the toes. Hands come to the heart center. Take your twist here. Left elbow to right outer thigh. Maybe round first like cat to hook the elbow. And then press into your prayer and twist to look over the right shoulder and bring your heart towards your prayer. As you inhale, unwinding, release the fingers to the mat. Lift your back knee up and walk your way towards the left side of the mat for Prasarita. Toes in, heels press wide, fold in, weight shifts to the balls of the feet. As you inhale, look up. As you exhale, fold. Bringing the hands on the hips, root down to rise up, lift your chest. Right toes turn out, warrior two, front of your mat. Pause here for a breath, inhale. And exhale. Flipping your right palm, reach up and back, peaceful warrior, inhale, reach back. As you exhale, cartwheel your way down to lunge. Lift your back heel. Left hand stays, right arm peels up for a twist. From here, can you step back into side plank? Come to the outside of your left foot. Right foot stacks on top of the left. Inhale, lift. As you exhale, come back into plank. Lower down onto your forearms. Walk your feet in for dolphin. From here, we either stay in dolphin or shift forward so that the chin comes forward towards the fingers, and then press your way back. One more time, rock forward onto the toes, shift forward, and then press your way back. Walk your feet back into low plank. Lower the hips to the floor. Sphinx pose, pull your heart through, soften the shoulders away from the ears. Lowering the belly onto the mat. Maybe here you curl the toes under and come right into plank, or through child's pose, find your way to downward dog. Take a breath and let it go. Left leg comes high, inhale, and left foot through to the left foot. Find your crescent lunge, inhale, lift up, reach up. Back of the heels lifted, inhale. As you exhale, lower the right knee to the mat, take your hands to the heart. Inhale. As you exhale, hook the right elbow to the outer left thigh. Press into the thigh and the thigh into the elbow, twist and bring your heart towards your prayer. As you inhale, unwind. Lifting your back knee, we're gonna walk to the right side of the mat for Prasarita. Toes in, heels press out, fold in. Inhale, lift and find your length. And as you exhale, fold. Rooting down on the feet, rise up, lift up. Left toes turn out, warrior two to the front of the mat. Take your breath here, find your two. Exhale it out. Flip your left palm up, peaceful warrior. Inhale, reach. As you exhale, cartwheel down to lunge. Right hand stays, left arm peels up for your twist. Now here, trying to look maybe down at the ground first, come to the outer right foot and walk your left foot to meet the right and find your side plank. Breath in and out. Unwind towards the mat, lowering down to your forearms. Find your low plank. Walk the feet in for dolphin, looking towards the thumbs. Shift forward onto the balls of the feet, chin comes forward, and then press it back to dolphin. Rock forward, shift forward, and then press it back. Walk back into your low plank. Take a breath. As you exhale, hips to the mat. Inhale, Sphinx pose. Pull your heart through, shoulders from the ears, kneecaps are lifted. As you exhale, lower the chest, hands to the mat, either through push-up or child's. Make your way into your downward dog. And then drop the knees when you're ready. Woo, okay. So in today's class, we're gonna be working on a couple of different circuits. And at the end of each circuit, we're gonna go through one of the Surya Namaskars. So we're going to do our first circuit of 30 seconds of work, 10 seconds of break, and 2 rounds. The exercises in this circuit, you can use weights if you want. You're going to bring the weights to the shoulders, and you're going to bring the arms down to sides. You're going to curtsy lunge. You're going to fly the arms, step to meet and curl. Curtsy, fly, feet meet and curl. After that, you're going to bring your feet together like you do in chair pose. And you're going to bend the knees, arms behind you, sweep them forward and bring the arms forward. Bend the knees, arms draw back, sweep and lift. Once we do 2 rounds, finished, We're going to do one Surya Namaskar A, and then we're going to start with the second circuit. And after the second circuit, we're going to do a Surya Namaskar B. And after the third, we're going to do a Surya Namaskar C. We might not do the low plank part of it, but we're going to do like a vinyasa with it. So why don't we get started? Grab your weights if you want them. 5 seconds on the clock. Curtsy lunges first. Here we go. Curtsy lunge. Fly the arms. Feet meet and curl. Curtsy, fly, feet meet and curl. Bending both knees. Trying to move fluidly. Step back on a diagonal. Make sure that your front leg is the work leg. Your back leg is the balance. Curl to center, fly to curtsy. Take your break. Weights or no weights, up to you. Ski squat with a front delt raise. That's here and lift. 2 seconds. Arms are back, chair pose. Sweep and lift. Bring it back. Sweep and lift. Halfway point. Sweep the arms back as you come into chair. Arms come forward for a front delt raise. Legs are strong. You can have a separation between the legs. 3 seconds. 2 and 1. All right, back to our curtsy lunge. We'll fly the arms, curl at the center, and switch sides. 3, 2, 1. Cross behind, arms out. In and out. Arms out to the sides, like airplanes. Curl at center, and switch. Halfway point. Reach the arms, curl it in, fly the arms, curtsy lunge. 8 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Ski squats. So either feet together or slightly together. Find your chair pose. Let the weights sweep back behind you. Here we go, up and forward with the weights. Straighten your legs, sweep the arms. There can be a little bit of momentum here. Making sure that the legs are doing a lot of the work. Halfway point. 10 seconds. 8 more seconds. We go right into Surya Namaskar A. Follow along with me. 3, 2, and 1. Weights go down. Come to the front of your mat. As you inhale, arms reach. As you exhale, dive. Inhale, find your length. As you exhale, bend the knees, plant the palms, step or float back. Vinyasa here or skip it. Cobra or upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Up on the balls of the feet as you inhale. Bend the knees, look forward. As you exhale, walk or float the feet forward. Find your length, inhale, and exhale, fold. Root down on the feet, rise up, reach up. And mountain pose. Pause here for a moment. Find your breath. Whew. We're gonna go into our next circuit. So the next circuit, weight or no weight, that's up to you. We're gonna do a lateral shuffle. You can hold the weight at the shoulders. You'll start at the end of the mat. You'll shuffle to the side, reach up, press up, or jump up. Lateral shuffle. Maybe you come to the toes, reach up and press up. You can jump. Whew. You'll come to the mat. You can have weights or no weights here. We did this in class. Lift one hand, lift the other, lift it again, and then take it into side plank with or without the weight. Back to plank. Switching. Lift and reach. Those are our 2 exercises. We'll do them 30 seconds of work, 10 seconds of break, 2 rounds, and we'll go right into our Surya Namaskar B. So grab your weights. We have 5 seconds. 4, 3, lateral shuffle is first, 2, and 1. Start it up. We're gonna come to one end of the mat, take a shuffle, press overhead, maybe come to the toes or jump. Take it lateral, press up and reach. Stay low. reach up and press up. Weight stays at the shoulders or just your hands at the shoulders if you're not using weights. 8 more seconds. 5 seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Come to the mat. Find a plank pose. We're going to do one arm lift, other arm lift. Third time, bring it up into side plank. Row, row, row to side plank. Row, row, row to side plank. Again, just say row, row, row. Shift the heels, reach up. The one hand lowers, the other one comes right up. Swivel the heels and reach. 8 more seconds. Keep your hips as neutral as you can. 2 seconds. Swivel. Come on up. Add the weights. Lateral shuffle. 3 seconds. Weight at the shoulders. Take it lateral. Press up. Pull it down. Bring it wide. Reach. Maybe come to the toes. Maybe add a jump. Take the arms up. Press them overhead. 8 more seconds. Reach up, press up, take it lateral. 5 more seconds. Woo. Come on down. Weight or no weight. Plank pose. We have 5 seconds. Get ready. 3, 2, and 1. All right. Lift one hand, lift the other. Lift the first one. Side plank. Release the hand. Lift, 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 and twist. Release. Draw the elbow up and back with or without weight. It's challenging. Your hands can be a little closer. Feet are separated and a little wider. Breathe. 3 seconds. All right, bring the feet forward. Move your weights. Surya Namaskar B. Find the front of your mat. Feet are together. Inhale, reach the arms. Exhale, chair pose. Take a breath. As you exhale, dive to the mat. With an inhale, find your length. As you exhale, bend the knees, plant the palms, step or float back, and take your vinyasa. Meeting in downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, right foot through. Pivot and plant your left foot. Root down, rise up. Warrior 1. Inhale, reach. As you exhale, down to the mat. Take your vinyasa. Inhale, cobra or upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. As you inhale, left leg high. Exhale, left foot through. Pivot and plant your right foot. Root down, rise up, reach the arms. Warrior 1. Inhale, reach. Exhale, release. Take your vinyasa. Downward dog. When you're ready, take a breath here in your dog. Sigh it out. Inhale high on the balls of the feet. Bend the knees, look forward. As you exhale, walk or float the feet to the front of the mat. When you arrive, find your length. Fold in. Bend the knees, sweep the arms, lift your chest. Come to chair pose, inhale. Exhale, sit deeper. Take another breath. Exhale it out. Bring your hands into prayer overhead. Stand tall, gentle back bend. And mountain pose, release. Okay, so next, we're gonna be doing our dolphin push-ups. So you come down, you can clasp your fingers here if you want, if that makes it better. You can come down, clasp your fingers, make sure the elbows and shoulders are in line, lift the hips, shift forward and press back, shift forward and press back. If you want to challenge, lift the leg and do it. That's up to you. Alternate legs if you're doing that. After that, weight or no weight, this is up to you. It's one side of the body and then we'll shift to the other. You're going to turn to face the back of the mat, find your lunge. You're going to let your weight or your hand come towards the mat as you bend both knees. We're going to stand up, and pivot and punch the opposite direction. So I'm sorry, you do need 2 weights or no weights at all. So back to center, we're going to lower, find your lunge, pull it up, pivot, and punch the opposite direction. All right, when you guys are ready, come to your mat. Find a dolphin pose, forearms onto the mat. I'm gonna get ready with the timer. 3 seconds, 2, and 1. Forearms on the mat. You can clasp your hands if you want. Elbows in, shift forward, press back. Shift forward and press back. Challenge here is to lift the leg if you want. Make sure that the elbows and shoulders are in line. And as you sweep the chin forward, the shoulders shift forward, but you always come back to your neutral position. Drop the knees, grabbing weights if you want them. Come on up, find a lunge at the back of the mat. Start with the weights at the shoulders. Punch the right hand down, and we're going to drop the knee. Bring it in, pivot, punch the other side. Swivel down, pull it up, pivot and punch. Down, lift, reach. 10 more seconds. 4 seconds, we'll switch to the other side. 2 seconds. All right, so now you're facing the other way. Get ready. Down, lift, swivel, and punch. Lunge, pull it in, punch the back of the mat. Bend both knees. Try to get the weight towards the mat or your hand touches. And then punch as you come up on the ball of the back foot the other direction. 8 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're back to dolphin. Come on down. You can clasp your hands if you want. Lift your hips, shift forward, and draw back. Again, challenge would be to lift the leg as you shift forward. Your chin comes right over the knuckles, and then you press it back into your dolphin. 10 more seconds. We got 5 more seconds. 2, 1. Drop the knees, weights or no weights. Come to stand. Find a lunge back of the mat. I got my left foot forward, right leg back. Dip the knees, tap the mat, pivot towards the front, and punch. You come up high on the ball of the back foot. As you pivot, cross the body as you punch. Bend both knees. You've got 10 more seconds. We'll switch to the other side. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo. Okay, lunge to the other side. Get ready. 3, 2, and 1. Bend the knees. Weight or hands go down. Pivot and punch towards the other side of the mat. As you punch, try and punch the arms at shoulder height. Dip, pivot, and punch. 10 more seconds. Cross the body, punch, dip both knees. All right, Surya Namaskar C to finish us off. Front of your mat. Inhale, arms reach. Exhale, dive. Inhale, find your left. As you exhale, bend the knees, step back with your left foot. Find your lunge. We'll skip bring our twist for now. Take a breath. As you exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg high. Sorry, shift into plank. Sorry, shift into plank. Take your vinyasa. Downward facing dog. Right leg high, inhale. Right foot through, find your lunge. We're just coming to lunge. Inhale, lift. Exhale, feet meet and fold. Root down, rise up, reach your arms. As you exhale, dive. Inhale, find your length. As you exhale, bend the knees, step back with your right foot, find your lunge. Take a breath here, inhale. As you exhale, step to dog. Find your breath, inhale. Exhale it out. Inhale, roll to plank. Take your vinyasa. Downward facing dog. Left leg high, inhale. Left foot through, find lunge. Take a breath, inhale. Exhale, feet meet and fold. Root down, rise up, reach your arms, inhale, lift. Exhale, mountain pose. Whoo, excellent job. So find your mountain pose, take a breath, let it all go. Inhale, bring your arms up. As you exhale, float the arms down. Taking your breath, nice and easy here, hands to the shins. As you exhale and fold. Stepping your left foot back, lower your left knee to the mat. Untucking your toes, make your way to the top of the right thigh. Sink the hips, lift the chest. When you're ready, reach your arms up, inhale. As you exhale, arms out to the sides. Take a breath. As you exhale, left arm under the right, wrap for eagle arms if you can. Lift the elbows up, press the fingers away, inhale, lift up, look up, go back. As you exhale, surrender into the inside of your right leg, hugging the right leg into the right arm and the right arm back. As you inhale, unwind the arms, reach up, inhale, lift. As you exhale, pull up on the left wrist, side bend to the right. Make your way to center, release your hands. Curl your back toe. We're gonna straighten the right leg. So you may need to walk your left leg back a little bit. Fold over your front leg, turning the torso a little to the right. Fold in. Draw the right hip back. As you inhale, step forward with your right foot, lift the back knee. Take a breath in. As you exhale, step forward and fold. Root down, rise up, reach your arms, inhale, lift up, look up. As you exhale, dive to the mat. Inhale, find your length. As you exhale, bend the knees, step back with your right foot. When you're ready, lower the right knee to the mat and untuck the toes. Climb your way to the top of your left thigh. Sink the hips, but press into the thigh with the hands to lift the chest. When you're ready, reach the arms up, inhale, Anjaneyasana. As you exhale, arms out to the sides. Take another full breath in. As you exhale, right arm under the left, wrap for eagle arms. As you inhale, lift the elbows up, press the fingers away, maybe go back into a back bend. As you exhale, surrender to the inside of your left leg. Hug the left leg in and press away with the left arm. Root down to rise up, release the arms up, inhale, reach. As you exhale, pull up on the right wrist, side bend left. Come back in the center, release your hands. Curl your back toe, maybe walk the back knee back a little bit, straighten your left leg, fold over the left leg, turning the torso to the left and fold. Draw your left hip back. Stepping into your left foot, lift your right knee. This time, let's step it back into plank pose. Slowly making your way onto your stomach, untucking the toes. Take the fingertips off of the mat, tent your fingers. As you inhale, lift up for gecko. As you exhale, lower. Right arm long, bend your left knee. Shifting to the right hip, we're gonna take the left foot up and over for scorpion. So left foot up and over, stretching the shoulder. As you inhale, unwind. Left arm long, right fingertips tented, right elbow up, bend your right knee, roll to the left side and take your right toes up and over. As you inhale, unwind. Hands to the mat, pressing back into a child's pose, nice and slowly. Let the arms reach long, let the hips draw back. Finishing our class as we started here in child's. Take another breath. Release it out. Start to come to sit on your heels. Take your legs, sweep your legs out in front, moving your way a little bit more forward if you're at the back of the mat. Find your sits bones, both arms lift, inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Inhale, find your length. And exhale, fold. Slowly make your way up. Soles of the feet touch, knees open wide. Hands on the ankles, let the hands help shift the hips forward. You can always have your feet a little bit more forward to give you space, or the heels can come close to your groin area. Hands on the ankles, inhale. Exhale, elbows into the inner thighs, press the knees open, fold your way in. Slowly rise up, bring the knees in, take your legs long, roll your way to the back, tuck your chin, round, reaching forward as you roll back. Bending into the knees, taking just one bridge pose here, walking the heels close to the hips, feet are parallel. As you inhale, lift the hips, tuck your shoulders underneath you slightly. Breathe into the hip flexors, breathe into your belly. Lowering the hips to the mat, knees knock in, feet are wide, one hand on the heart, one hand on the belly. Just windshield wipe your legs from side to side. Pausing where you need it. Maybe letting the legs float to the right, taking the arms overhead, and then stacking the right ankle on top of the left thigh. Growing a little longer in your left leg. Releasing, let the legs float to the other side. Maybe stacking the left ankle on the right thigh. Letting your right leg grow longer. Make your way back into center. Knees slowly into the chest. Happy baby. Soles of the feet to the sky. Hands pull the feet down. Feet press into the hands. Knees into the chest. Feet to the floor. Legs are long. And come to Shavasana pose. Arms out by the sides, taking up some space here on your mat. Take a deep, full breath in. Feel the breath come from the feet, up the legs, into the belly and the chest. And as you exhale, let the breath just flow down you. With your next inhale, feeling the breath rise in the belly, lifting your chest. Holding it there for a moment, find the expansion of your rib cage. And as you exhale, let the shoulders soften, let the arms release, let the breath reach out through the fingertips. Now as you inhale, feel the breath drawing up from the feet, through the legs, to the belly, in and up through the chest, holding there again for a moment, maybe taking in just a little bit more air. As you exhale, breathing out through the mouth, let the jaw soften. Let the eyes release. Feel the tension let go as you melt into your mat. Allow your teeth to stay parted. Let your lips touch. Gently rest your tongue on the roof of the mouth. And closing the eyes, take your gaze to your third eye. Feel the back of the head rest gently on the mat. Softly feeling the breeze or the wind of your space. And feeling completely relaxed and releasing. Now staying here as long as you need, but if you need to move, then start to gently make little movements with your body. So stay if you can, and move if you must. As you inhale, take your arms overhead, reaching. As you exhale, start to bend the knees, slide the feet up the mat. The arms sweep down, hug the knees to your chest. Rolling over to one side or the other and pausing. Take a breath. As you exhale, gently press yourself up to a comfortable seated pose, just facing the front of the mat, nice and comfortable. Hands onto your thighs, gently pressing down on the thighs. Massaging the kneecaps and the shins, and then cup the hands around the kneecaps. As you inhale, we'll lift your chest. As you exhale, bend your elbows, hands to heart center, softening the shoulders away from your ears. Take a deep, full breath in. Take a deep, full breath out. Bringing your thumbs to your third eye. Namaste. Thanks, guys, for joining. See you next time.